Hello, I'm Matthew Malcolm with Pacific Nut Producer Magazine, reporting to you from Albany, Oregon. We're surrounded by hazelnut orchards. This is the center of hazelnut production, right? I wanted to talk here with brothers Andrew and Barney Kropp. They just finished construction of a new facility, a wash-dry hazelnut facility here, literally in the middle of a hazelnut orchard. This is exciting for exciting times with the growth of the hazelnut industry. There's obviously a need to reinforce the infrastructure and upgrade it. Expand, right? One of the issues right now is there's so much growth that getting, a lot of the crop is bottlenecking over here, between the grower, the wash dry, and the processing. Can you tell us a little bit about these concerns that the industry has and what we're doing to address them?
Yeah. Well, thanks. Over the years, a lot of acres have been planted in the valley here, and a lot of those new acres have been put in the ground by grass seed farmers, and a lot of them want to put the nuts in bulk containers to bring in, whether that be an end dump truck or belt trailers or other vessels that will take larger numbers opposed to the traditional tote of nuts that they brought in. And so the problem with that is there's been no consistent kind of solution industry-wide with what we're going to do to kind of receive those or facilitate bulk receiving. So one thing we tried to do with this facility is make it accessible by all bulk deliveries, whether that be end dumps, belly dumps, belt trailers, drop boxes. We can take it all, and that's kind of what we're trying to do here is make it accessible to various forms of delivery without rehandling it a second time.
Yeah, so basically what you're saying is with these wash-dry receiving facilities, the crop wants to come in all sorts of forms, right? Different trucks and totes, and historically we haven't been able to adapt to that diversity of ways of getting it to you.
Yeah, or we've also done it where you have to rehandle it or do another step if they bring it in bulk. So a lot of people I know are re-toting it. So they bring the nuts in a bulk vessel and then they put it in totes, and then it kind of enters the stream as a traditional vessel in a tote. Or some people will do it and dump it in a big bunker and get scooped back up and dumped into the wash line.
That sounds pretty time consuming in a time of year, harvest being just an extremely busy time. We're trying to get these nuts in before things get too wet and muddy. So there's got to be a change here, right?
Yeah, it changed, but we're just trying to streamline it a little bit more where you're not rehandling the product again. Not that the other ways are bad in any ways, it just slows it down a little bit and is a little bit more cumbersome, we found when we've done it that way. So we were trying to get a direct dump method where it goes directly from the field into the wash line.
Great. So with this new station that you guys have put in, tell us a little bit about how you've adapted the design and method to suit bulk handling.
Yeah, one of the things we tried to do from the get-go was design it in a way that we could repeat it or do multiple stations later on if we needed to. So we put it into 3D model software. So we were going to build the first one, then anything we wanted to tweak later, we could change in the model. And in this line particularly, one of the things we wanted to do is do a large pit where we could end dump with either belt trailer, drop box, totes even can dump in here, seed trucks. So any of these bulk handling methods that people are bringing in, our pit can accommodate. We can dump in 30 to 35,000 pounds in a direct drop, and then the people can leave and be on their way. Industry leaders have worked on wash lines. My dad, Denfelds, a couple other people, and we brainstormed, took all the people's ideas, and designed this system to kind of accommodate the best of all those systems. So in particular, I would say this one's got the large pit. We also want to wash and dry faster, so this wash line actually will wash twice as fast as a lot of the other lines that we currently are operating or affiliated with. We also put in some equipment for trash aspiration that we're seeing has made the end product a lot cleaner. We got a lot of good feedback on that. So some added features and that just made it a lot more efficient and end products better.
Yeah, because I mean, the growers are going to be really busy with harvest, and they don't want to be concerned with, are the totes going to be available? How are we going to get this in and get out? So this is something that's really going to help. You said you increase the capacity, or if, the speed at which, so you can get things in faster instead of having things sitting in totes outside.
So one thing our industry's really dealt with is kind of the surge points, is what we'd call, whether the surge is between the field and the wash-dry facility or between the wash-dry facility and the end processor. So instead of investing more money in totes or vessels to kind of hold the product here on the green side of things, we decided to try to make the wash line and facilities larger so we can put through much more product quicker instead of investing in totes or other kind of surge points there. That way we can get it stabilized as quickly as we can and get it shelf stable and nice product there waiting for the further processing.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for taking the time. Read more about these things in Pacific Nut Producer Magazine. I'm Matthew Malcolm, PacificNutProducer.com.